Diamonds up against that wood. I flips down the half. No, I'm looking good. I'm banging smooth. The diamonds up against that wood.
I flip through the air, you know I'm looking tight. These jealous haters looking at me in my car so shy. Wanna take my life and wanna jack, but I see all through that. Never let these misfigures take what's mine, hater never do that. Who say he going through a thing when y'all ain't never lied? I got a baby, but his mama act like he ain't mine. Wicked women using children to live on. Wanna hurt and try to hate, cause she know the thrill is gone. Say man, I stopped smoking with haters back in 94. But fools be thinking that a sweet gon' get them through my door. And haters like to talk about you in a safe place. I know cause he can't look me eye to eye when he in my face. Now listen to my pitch and see if you feel what I mean. Player, I ride dirty every day, but still I shine so clean. Glitter and gleam ain't all what it look like. So I keep clanging out here swinging, trying to live my life.
I flips down the half. No, I'm looking good. I'm banging smooth. The diamonds up against that wood. I flips down the half. No, I'm looking good. I'm banging smooth. The diamonds up against that wood. I flips down the half. No, I'm looking good. I'm banging smooth. The diamonds up against that wood. I flips down the half. No, I'm looking good. I'm banging smooth. The diamonds up against that wood. I flips down the half.
And see these people in days go and come. So for me just awake, I know I'm blessed. I grab my sense and split my pistol with my thumb. Some of my sweets be tight, now some of my sweets be throwed off. But all my sweets gon' burn, so all always get blowed off. I showed out today and didn't fall prey to none of that pistol play. But who is to say tomorrow they won't be blasting this away? Puff is blips of hate, still upset about the drama here. At this time of year, I'm wiping away my dead homie's mama tear. But naturally, you know them laws is always after me. So I have to be up in that manor on that 503. I'm living dastardly, must be all about survival. G, these haters passing me. Streets just keep on getting live with me. They say there has to be another way, but I ain't feeling that. Wanna steal a lack, in my wig they wanna peel it back. But still the fact remains, it's all about the cane, swinging bang. Peace to ESG and all the victims of the game, man.
No, I'm looking good. I'm banging smooth. The diamonds up against that wood. I flips down the half. No, I'm looking good. I'm banging smooth. The diamonds up against that wood. I flips down the half. No, I'm looking good. I'm banging smooth. The diamonds up against that wood. I flips down the half. No, I'm looking good. I'm banging smooth. The diamonds up against that wood.
I'm flipping through P8, I'm trying to see some good, but everything is still the same in my neighborhood. People cry when you up and smile when you down, and when you change for the better, shy fools stop coming around. I see the jealousy and hating and the wicked ways. We all our children praising paper, smoking our life away. Got to the point where I could not decipher day from night. She say she love me, but all we do not is fuss and fight. My conscience mess with me so much that I can't eat or sleep. The other side of selling dope and out there running the streets. And even though I'm gaining street fame, coming from this rap game, lust for thinking and compulsive drinking is a normal thing. Some get erased and misplaced trying to win the race. Some try to hold on to their place by smoking wet lace. But see, drugs and plastic thugs ain't gon' change the hood. I'm smoking skunk and popping the trunk to make me feel good.
I flips down the half. No, I'm looking good. I'm banging smooth.
I'm smoking skunk and popping the trunk to make me feel good.
I flips down the half. No, I'm looking good. I'm banging smooth. The diamonds up against that wood. I flips down the half. No, I'm looking good. I'm banging smooth. The diamonds up against that wood. I flips down the half. No, I'm looking good. I'm banging smooth.
Diamonds up against that wood.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Hit Zone with your hosts, J Hits and C Rob. Sit back, grab yourself a drink, and let's talk sports.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Jay Hits.
I'm C Rob.
And together with the Hit Zone, we're just two homeboys talking sports. See, Rob, my guy, before we get started, brother, like always, man, you know I got to ask you, bro. What's in your cup, man?
Nothing else like that official drink of the Hit Zone. You know how we do, bro.
Every Wednesday night, same time, same bat station.
Woo.
Like always, man, we dedicate this podcast to all our truckers going down the road, man. We want you to tune us in, listen to us for those last few miles. I know sometimes you're just trying to get through your day, and a good conversation or a good podcast can help you get through that. So, man, we want to be that podcast. But like always, man, keep trucking and be safe.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all. Keep doing what you're doing. Please stay safe out there.
No doubt about it. See, Rob, man. Cowboys had their first preseason game. I don't know if you heard about that or not, but they did have their first preseason game. We're going to get into that. We probably get into around the NFL a little bit, and we might get into those horns like always. But this is the Hit Zone, and we started off the same way every week.
Ain't nobody calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, are you still involved? Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still involved? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still involved. Hey! Woo! Hey! I'm still involved. Oh, I'm still them boys. I'm still them boys. Yeah, I'm still them boys. Yeah, I'm still them boys. Call and check on me. Hey, I'm still them boys. Them boys.
That's right, man. The Cowboys, they still down in Oxnard. We're still in training camp. Like I said, man, we got through our first preseason game. None of the starters did much. Not on one of the, the Dax or the Tony Pollards or CeeDee Lamb and Michael Parsons. I don't think they even suited up. But we did get a chance to see some of the new guys, the young guys, man. And some of my first impressions of in watching the game is Cowboys has a lot of talent. They have a lot of talent, bro, on both sides of the ball. Like young talent. Like I say, these guys, man, are guys that's like the bottom of the roster dudes who are making plays, man. And I'm very excited for what I saw just with the first preseason game and getting a chance to see some of these younger guys. I know some few guys that stood out to me, but I'm going to ask you, C-Rock, what are some of the guys or some of the plays that stood out to you in that first preseason game?
For me, it was two guys that jumped off my TV screen. One was on defense. DeMarvion Overshown, bro. He was flying, bro. He was flying all around the field. I'm excited for this dude. They showed him at the beginning of the game. He's the one that's doing the team huddle at the beginning of the game. I'm like, yo, y'all got a rookie doing that?
I think Dan loved this dude, though.
Yeah. I'm excited for him.
And you remember we were saying that, like, when he got drafted, that was a Dan draft pick, man. Like, if you can run and you can cover field and you tall and you lanky, you can find a spot on Dan's defense. Absolutely. And, man, he, like you say, man, he was all over the field. I've seen him coming down from the safety position. He played the orthodox linebacker in the middle of the line. And he was just making plays there, man. And I'm excited to see this dude's growth or his ceiling. What can he do in this defense?
Man, there's a reason Dan Quinn stayed here. He's had job offers. He's here. He's here because he gets to just shop for the groceries. As a defensive coach, that's what you want. And he's built a really talented group. You know, before training camp and everything, I was really kind of concerned about our linebacker group. I was really concerned. Like that was probably the weak part of the defense. I know it's one preseason game.
Yeah.
But I'm a little less concerned about it, seeing those guys flying around out there.
Shout out to Braylon, man. What's going down, B? B said he wasn't flashy, but Mozzie's getting doubled every play with our defense gone free folks up to make plays. That's real. Mozzie was a Micah pick. Mozzie allowed our defense to play to their strength. And everyone knows the strength of our defense is rushing the passer. But you can't get to rushing the passer if you can't stop them on first and second down. You know, when they're going into the third down, it's 3rd and 2. That's even they get to third downs. A lot of times we don't even get to third down. Like it's first and second down the field until they score a touchdown off. You know, it's like if we can get teams to third and long and we can actually rush the passer and like I say, play into our strength, man, this defense is gonna boom, man. No doubt about it.
My thoughts on Mozzie, I think anybody that knows football, you pay attention. He had a good game. I think he got caught up a few times playing a little tall, but other than that, he did his job. You know, that's what you want. You want him to kind of hold things up, and he was doing that. I mean, he was allowing the linebackers to fly. That's all. That's what he brought. That's what we brought him here for.
Mm-hmm. And say, since you went defense first with your person that really stuck out on Saturday's preseason game, let me go on the other side of the ball with the offense. I feel like, and we both said that when he was drafted, this is our favorite draft pick.
Yes, sir.
And that's Deuce, man. This dude, he's short, he's small, but he's proved that he can run between the tackles. Like, there's no doubt about it. This guy can make plays, man. And for what I've seen, you dare to say he's the number 2 back right now? Right now, as we stand?
Here's what I'll say. He's earned the right to who we got next. He's earned the right to play against the Seahawks this Saturday and be the starting running back because Tony Pollard ain't gonna be on the field this whole preseason. So he's earned the right to get those reps to start the game. Now, we'll see what happens against the Seahawks, and then I'll tell you if he's number 2. But right now, he on the team. I know that much. He definitely made the team. Now let's see what he does in his next game against hopefully a little bit tougher competition.
Yeah, man. Let me show you some of the things that just jumped off the TV with this dude that got all Cowboy fans excited. You heard the cheers all over Dallas when this guy had the ball.
And a little spin. Pin to the left. Deuce Vaughn past the 50-yard line. The crowd getting into it a little bit.
Not only the crowd, but the sideline of the Dallas Cowboys. You see everybody over there jumping up and down. He has a lot of energy. Watch his ability to be able to press the line of scrimmage, put his foot in the ground, change directions. Whoop! There goes the good old spin move.
And favorable situations on second and short. Here goes Deuce Vaughn. Deuce Vaughn up to the second level. Breaks a couple tackles, and he's down to the 20. Caleb Hayes with the takedown after 26 yards from Deuce Vaughn.
Here he is again, stopping, boom, finding the seam, hitting the hole as hard as he can, using those legs.
Hey, man, hitting that hole as hard as you can, we recommend that for everybody out there. And my dude, 50 yards on 8 carries, touchdown. He did that work, bro. He did that work. He was the reason we kept watching the game, to be honest. He ain't played the first half. Second half, I'm like, okay, I'll keep watching this crap just so I can see what this dude does. And he ain't disappoint, bro.
Man, to remind you when he was at K-State and he played Texas, he used to ride the offensive lineman to almost to where he's hiding behind him and then all of a sudden he just shoot out.
Yep.
And it stalls the defense. It like makes the defense has to react to it. And a lot of times they always react bad, man. Did you see that last run when the two guys hit each other?
That was hilarious.
Dude,
both
that's
y'all
quickness.
cut, bro.
That is quickness.
Hey, what wasn't on that highlight reel was the he caught a few passes, on the sideline. Hey, the quarterback was dumping it off and 2-yard gain, whatever. He caught one. He did a curl, and he had to jump up in the middle of the field and catch it, and he did that. He wasn't scared. That shows me, like you said, he's small, but he's tough. He's tough as nails, bro.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah, I thought Dowdle did well. He fumbled a couple of times. He fumbled once going into the end zone, I believe. That you can't have that. And your boy Jalen Tolbert, man, he had a showing. I feel like with last year with him, they put a lot on that guy to be a rookie. You know what I'm saying? They had him learning all positions. Then he got hurt. And when you get hurt, you start questioning your ability. But yeah, man, I think he had a good off-season workout. And I think he came back and he's coming back with a lot to prove. And he had a showing. He scored his first touchdown since he was a Cowboy preseason.
Yeah,
sure it was preseason, but it was his first touchdown.
Hey, that I know it got called back for pass interference, but when he went that deep ball and he went up and got it, it's like, okay, all right, they can call it back, but it's on tape. We saw it, everybody else saw it. So, hey man, good on him. We've been seeing some highlights from him in training camp, making some great catches, man, against these DBs. Like this Dallas secondary, it appears to be pretty damn tough, and he's been making plays against it.
And and something else stood out to me is when I'm seeing the play of Jake Ferguson. Why do we value tight end so much going into the draft when you got that dude on your roster, man? All he does is make plays. Like it was almost like we didn't have a tight end. Like we reached it in the second round, but we probably left a great player there, man, just because we reached a tight end. And we both were saying, I think we're pretty good at tight end, man.
No doubt.
Jake Ferguson remind me of Travis Kelce, dude. Like he has that built, he has that mindset to me. When he get the ball in his hand, he turns into a receiver.
Hey, I'm a fan of Ferguson. Both of them dudes, they're good enough. They can play. Schoolmaker, he was out there. He's only been in practice like 2 or 3 days, and he was out there. So shout out to the rookie. But you know what tight end was making plays, bro? John Stevens Jr., bro.
Yeah. John Stevens Jr. No, the Cowboys have talent everywhere, man.
Yo, John Stevens Jr., 6'5", 221, tight end from Louisiana. And he was out there and he balled. He had 5 catches for 56 yards.
Yeah. He balled.
That's doing work, bro.
And he's been balling in practice too, for what I heard.
Yeah. Like they might have a problem at tight end. How many tight ends can you keep, bro?
I think they wasted that pick, dog. I think they wasted that pick. Shoemaker could be a great tight end, but it was just something you didn't need at the time, in my opinion.
Yeah. I can't argue with you. Maybe you could have got another offensive lineman or something a little more useful, because right now, like I'm looking at the offensive or the tight end depth chart, is Jake Ferguson, Peyton Hendershot, Luke Schoonmaker, John Stevens Jr., Sean McKeon, Seth Green, Princeton Fant. That's 7 tight ends, bro. And 2 of them we know can play. One of them is your second round pick, so you're not cutting them. I don't know how you decide who you cut. It's gonna be a tough decision.
So Braden said Jake Ferguson is nice and he will hold a block unlike Schultz. I don't know why we drafted a 25-year-old rookie, but Ferguson tight end 1 in my eyes. I don't see nobody taking it away from him at this point.
Nah. And nobody misses Dalton Schultz.
No. No. Dalton Schultz was made by Dak Prescott.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah. Here's the thing with Dalton Schultz. You could depend on him to be where he's supposed to. As a receiver, he's going to be where he's supposed to be. He's going to make a catch. Ferguson going to make a catch, make somebody miss, jump over somebody, and may take it to the crib.
Yeah.
That's the difference. And I don't see and like Braylon said, he can hold the damn block. That's significant, bro. Now, Braylon said what makes him nervous is if someone on our offensive line goes down because our backups aren't the strongest. These are facts.
Our offensive line sucked the game.
Thankfully, we got some good news.
Good news.
Zach Martin is finished holding out. He got a new deal. They gave him a raise. So he'll get $13.5 million this year, $14 next year. It's a total of $8.5 million raise that he got. Fully guaranteed. So we got him, but the biggest fear that I have on the offensive line is what every Cowboy fan has is how many games is Tyron Smith gonna play?
Yeah.
The moment he goes down, that's when the musical chairs start.
And I got a feeling with that Zach Martin contract, because they didn't negotiate more years. You thought he would have done that, wanted more years. I have a feeling he's going to retire after those next two. That's why he's trying to get top pay now, because I think he feel like, and he's the kind of guy that he doesn't strike me as a guy that's going to be playing for 15, 16, 17 years. I think he's like 33 now. This deal will take him to 35, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, I think this is Zach Martin's last contract with the Cowboys. Period. I have a feeling. I could be wrong, but yeah, I have that feeling. Especially if they win a Super Bowl, he's out.
Yeah, he's good enough right now. You would think technically like, he could play till he's 40. Yeah. He could be one of them offensive linemen like we used to see back in the day that's 38, 39, 40 years old and still all pro. He could, but hey man, this money's so good you don't have to.
Yeah. And I think he, like I say, he's the kind of guy that kind of want to leave. He strikes me as a person that wants to leave the game before the game leaves him. You know, he's a Hall of Famer right now. You know, first ballot if you ask me. You know, you pretty much gonna made every Pro Bowl since you've been in the league. You've been an All Pro every year besides your rookie year, I believe. So, like, bro, what else is there? What other resume better than Zach Martin in the league right now?
None. He's proven, bro. He's proven. We ain't got to keep talking about him. He's proven. He's great, and he might have saved our season.
No doubt.
Because we got high expectations for this season, and it would have kind of went down the tube if he wasn't there. Now, the type of offense they running, they call it the Texas Coast offense, which I don't know if I like that name, but it's a play on West Coast offense. And you know, West Coast offense is using quick passes. And I saw where our quarterbacks that played Saturday, the average release for a pass was like 2 seconds, just a little bit over 2 seconds from snapping the ball to throwing it. That helps address the issues with the offensive line.
Yeah.
No doubt. If you're getting the ball out your hands quickly, that helps. I'm really interested in seeing how it plays out with Dak Prescott at quarterback.
Yeah, and speaking of Dak, man, and speaking of Zach Martin too, you know, no one questions Zach Martin's greatness. People questions Dak. Dak is always the topic of questioning. Whether if it's in practice, he's not making plays, and they'll show a reel of his interceptions at practice.
Right.
Well, I was able to find some highlights.
Got them practice highlights.
I got some practice highlights of Dak, man. Put some respect on my boy's name, bro.
team. It's my quarterback.
It's my quarterback.
It's my quarterback, dog. Dropping dimes, bro.
Say, man, hey, them passes to Cook sure did look smooth, didn't it?
Say,
bro.
Say, man.
I ain't gonna even say. Hey, I'm gonna keep calm though. I'm gonna keep calm.
Keep calm, dog. Keep calm.
I ain't gonna say nothing. Dog. I think, hey, this is a year that all Cowboy fans should just shut up. Just be quiet. I don't think we need to talk much this year. I have a feeling our team gonna do a lot of talking for us.
Hey,
the ceiling is the roof.
Is the roof. Is the roof.
Can't wait, bro. Can't wait. What we got up here? Oh, hey, Braylon, what's up, man? Appreciate you, bro. We got a steal in Tyler Smith for him to transition to guard in the middle of the season after being a tackle. Hopefully, Steele is good for week 1. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully. That, like I said, that's the only thing about this team is that the only part of the team where we're saying hopefully. Hopefully the offensive line holds up. That's the weakness. Well, guess you could say kicker is the weakness. And only thing that has me on the situation with kicker is we were in the same situation last year. And we were concerned. And before my dude got in his own head, he was hitting 90% on his kicks. And that was outstanding. This dude that we got now, I think he was in the USFL. And I think he was hitting like 93, 94%. But that wasn't the NFL, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And think about a kicker, man. Once it goes bad, it goes bad. And it's hard for them to get back on track. So it's all about confidence with kickers, man. And once they lose that confidence, sometimes they can go and be out the league for a year or two, come back, and they'll be fine. I think that's what Maher was like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Brad Maher was a kicker that lost his confidence, got bounced around a couple of times, was out the league, and then he came back and became serviceable again. So hopefully we don't have to go through that again, man. Hopefully we got that kicking situation pretty.
I'll say this about the kicking situation. Just like this time last year, I'm thinking maybe our kicker isn't on the team right now. We'll see. I'll tell you what, a low light. I'm looking at his name right now. A low light, kind of disappointing. Saturday was Turpin fumbling on a kick return or punt return. Bro, that's your number one job, man. Hold on to the damn ball, bro.
And word has it that the sideline told him to get a fair catch anyway because they wanted to work out some things with the team. So just fair catch it.
Yeah, that's a good way to. I mean, I know my dude was on the Pro Bowl last year, but when you got another dude on the team that has the exact same build as you and can do what you do, man, you might want to hold on to the ball.
Let me ask you this: can they keep Turpin and Deuce? Can two teams have those type of guys on them?
That's tough, bro.
Have there ever been two teams with two short, small guys like that?
I mean, two small guys that you're depending on. I mean, Turpin is 5'9", Deuce is 5'5". But I think that's a great question. I want to lean no.
I don't think so.
I'm thinking they're going to have to make a choice. The only way you end up keeping Turpin, you keep both of them, is if Deuce becomes RB2. You can't have your RB2 returning kickoffs and punts. I mean, you can, but that can be dangerous.
So if you're keeping Deuce, that means you're keeping what, like 5 running backs? You keeping if you keep Turpin, you keeping like 7 receivers.
So the running back depth chart: Tony Pollard, Rico Dowdle, Malik Davis, Ronald Jones, Deuce Vaughn, and Hunter Lipke. That's 6 guys. I don't think you keep more than 4.
Who you cut?
Who fumbled the other day? Well, first off, it ain't even about the fumble. I think Malik Davis had a bad game. I think he had a bad game. Ronald Jones, I mean, he hurt and suspended. Hunter Lipke, I think you might can make him. You might can put him on the practice squad. You might can get Ronald Jones or Malik Davis onto the practice squad.
Yeah.
So it depends on what are these guys bringing on special teams. That helps make your decision. If any of these dudes play specials, then okay.
What about the receiver depth chart?
Receiver CD, Brandon Cooks, Michael Gallup. They on the team. Jalen Tolbert, probably on the team. That's 4. Then you got Turpin, Semi Fehoko, Jalen Brooks, Dennis Houston, Tyron Johnson, Dontario Drummond, Jalen Cropper, and Jose Barbone. I don't even know who that guy is.
Yeah. But if you keep 6, who's your 6?
Lamb, Cooks, Gallup, that's 3. Tolbert, 4. They say Jalen Brooks been killing it.
That's number 83, right?
Let's see. Yeah.
Because I want to keep that dude.
Yeah.
They say he might be the steal of the draft.
So that's 3, 4, 5, and then you're deciding between Semi Fehoko, Kavontae Turpin, Dennis Houston.
Yeah. And Dennis Houston make plays, bro.
He did last season.
And Semi, he might be on his last leg.
I think he's a special teams guy, though, too.
So is Turpin.
Yeah, but hey, is Jalen Brooks. That might.
I think it's a lot of people that like Jalen Brooks. That's what's going to keep him on the squad. Yeah, they like him.
You're probably right, but hey, this depth is a good problem to have.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's a damn good problem to have. If you a Cowboys fan, you got to be excited. I heard a guy. I would love to give him credit, but he said it's he was describing my favorite college football team. He was saying it's kind of like Dante's Peak. I don't know if you remember that movie, but everybody is so used to saying Cowboys ain't gonna do nothing this year. They all hype. But then as you're observing, you're looking at this roster and you seeing some stuff. You like, man, I don't know, man. This looks like a lot of talent they done put together. If they don't do nothing, it's a serious choke job, and somebody might lose their job. But I think like they are about to. Dante's Peak was a volcano movie. I think they're about to blow up, bro. Them in the team that guy was talking about. But that's another time.
No doubt. But yeah, man, that's all I got for the Cowboys. The next preseason game is it Saturday again? Or?
It is Saturday, at 9:00 against Seattle.
Okay. So we look forward to that. And I think this is their second year in a row playing Seattle in the preseason. So yeah, we can starters still not going to play, but it's another opportunity to see some of these younger guys, man.
No doubt.
I really feel like our team's on a mission. We've been building for this all winter, all spring. These guys have been on a mission to win a Big 12 championship. Guys that are putting forth the necessary effort and means to try to be a champion.
We wear Texas on our chest for a reason, bro. Come to work every day.
The veteran players, Jalen Ford at linebacker, Jordan Whittington's leadership has been great. What I've seen out of Xavier Worthy has been phenomenal. We have Barron Sorrell back. We have Byron Murphy. We have Travondre Sweat. Jade and Barron made a lot of impactful plays. JT Sanders is just a budding star. Quinn has had a great offseason. He's really putting in the time to make it all come together. We're going to define who we're going to be by the way we play. It's really not what anybody else thinks. It's about what we do.
Hey man, they had their first little scrimmage, kind of game simulation thing going on Saturday, and all the reports out of that had ended with, "Man, Quinn, you was gonna lose his job before the season's over." And I'm like, "Yo, chill, chill, bro, chill, man." They talking about Arch balled out, was perfect on the day, scored a 70-yard touchdown run on a broken play. And I got to tell you, man, all I could think of after they said he broke for 70 yards was, is our defense not as good as I thought? Or is this dude, or is Arch Manning out here running 4.4s, dog?
So, what? Because I didn't get a chance to see any highlights of the game. So Malik wasn't the story. It was Arch, huh?
Yeah, Arch was the story, bro.
For what we saw in the spring game, Arch just wasn't ready. So maybe he has going to improve that quick. I don't know.
Hey, I mean, it's in his blood, bro.
Yeah.
Like, here's the thing. What I'm thinking with this guy is he knows he sucked in the spring game, and he went to the lab. He went to the lab. He talked to his uncles, his granddaddy, and they're like, "Nah, you need to do this. Yeah, you need to let that thing rip."
Yeah. Yeah. If Arch Manning doesn't redshirt this year, something went wrong. Went very wrong with the
Absolutely.
Longhorns. Because I don't think Arch Manning should see the field this year.
No.
Well, maybe some cleanup time. I think you
Yeah.
can play like 5 games still redshirt. So
I think it's 4.
4, okay. So yeah, get some cleanup duty maybe just to say you played a college game, but nah.
Yeah.
Something goes major wrong if he's playing a full season. If he's your starter before the season is up.
Yeah, and we don't like to talk about recruits really before they signed, but there was a significant movement in the recruiting battles that we're in, and a lot of folks are excited about that, man. And hopefully it starts a chain reaction, and we finish up with another top 5 class.
Yeah, I think you and Lou had a back and forth last week about Collins signing here. I feel like the money got him, bro. We pay well in Texas, man. That's what it's coming down to with a lot of these recruits and stuff these days, man. We pay well, bro. We pay well. Like he said, one of the things that stood out to me is when he said, "I made the best decision for me and my family."
Hey,
I'm
man,
sure you did.
I'm sure he did. And hey, when we talked about NIL last year, and we had a lot of interactions on that conversation. What did we say when we talked about NIL? If any team is going to use it, and the team that's going to benefit the most, we figured would be the Texas Longhorns, because there's only one other school that got the type of money Texas has. So if you're wanting somebody, if you Texas, if you want them bad enough, you should give them. Yeah, and do you feel bad about that, Hicks?
No. It's the game, man. It's the game. You either learn how to play or get played on. That's how it goes, man. But say, do you what you think about with OU with the NIL?
OU still sucks. That's what man.
They broke, dog. They broke. They ain't got no money, dog.
Hey man, it's gonna be rough for them dudes in the next few years, man. I'm telling you. Mark my word, dog.
But mark your words, they washed, they done. That's what you were saying last week.
They're gonna go through that spell that the Florida States, that the Texas, that the Nebraskas, that the those type of schools we all went through. Alabama's, the LSU's, where you had that low, man, for a good 5-10 years, man, where you just suck. So
yeah, man, it's tough, man. But hey, we went through it.
Yeah, it's
We
time
went
for
through it.
them.
I
It's
don't
their
feel
time.
sorry for none of them. I don't feel sorry for none of them, man. Like I said, this is our time. Hey man, I saw something the other day. This ain't really Texas related, but if you into to uniform drip, I saw this pop up on my Twitter, bro, and I'm like, yo, that's fire, dog. That's some serious drip with the Jordan logo, Texas Longhorn, or my bad, just Longhorns. What's your thoughts on this, man?
Give me a Pee Wee football vibe.
Oh, bro, that
It
all
doesn't
black,
you?
that all black is nasty, bro.
I'm talking about the orange with the orange pants.
Oh, well, yeah.
That's They look Pee Wee footballish. I could see a Pee Wee football team saying, "We're gonna go orange pants and black shirt." Yeah,
Nah,
yeah, I like it all black with
the
the
all
orange
black.
letters. That's nice.
Yeah, the all black.
I seen an all black concept jersey for the Longhorns, but it reminded me of Oklahoma State when they go all black. I'm like,
yeah.
nah, that's too close. Yeah,
Does
the burnt orange jump out.
Yeah,
you see the difference.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. But yeah, man, like I said, man, we excited. We're excited. We looking forward to football season starting. How many days away? We within 20 days of football starting, man.
Yeah, something like that, man. I'm sure end of August, September, beginning
Bro,
of September.
it can't get here fast enough, bro. Can't get here fast. Let me see. Let me see here. That is September 2nd, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Rice versus Texas. So yeah, that's at 2:30 on Saturday, September 2nd. Let's hurry up, get this get out there on that field, get this dub, and get everybody off the field with no injuries.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bob.
Well, hey man, like I said, not a lot to talk about in the Longhorn world right now, but we can kind of move on, man. And there was some other news in the NFL, man. How weird does that look?
It looks weird, but I had another picture of him with the haircut.
Bro,
he was actually in his uniform.
I'm kind of tired of seeing him in this haircut, man. That was all over my social media feeds, man. Like, yo, man, it was a good haircut, man, but golly.
It's another thing that I don't want Zeke to happen to Zeke. Zeke, stay classy, man. I saw on his Twitter where he says that he plays for, didn't he say the Real America's team or something like that?
Yes.
Stay classy. I remember Emmitt Smith kind of did that.
Diamonds with the poo-poo.
Yeah, I was a diamond amongst trash, and those guys took it personally. And needless to say, Emmitt Smith, that was his last game playing, because we all know what Roy Williams did to him. So just stay classy, man. You know, I feel like it's an argument that you probably will go down as the third best running back in Cowboy history.
Did we do a show about that last year? If we didn't, maybe we should look at doing that.
I feel like he could be the third. He could be. He could arguably be the third best.
Yeah, so an argument could be made. But you know, you mentioned what happened when Emmett came back with Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
So week 4, Sunday, October 1st, the New England Patriots come.
That's what I know. That's what I know.
And yeah. So I'm sure we'll be looking forward to that. I'm sure he's looking forward to it. And I'm sure that Cowboy defense, they saw, oh, you play for America's team now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Bet. We'll see how it goes. When this defense shuts down that New England passing game and that running game. All right. That's cool. Same time that Zeke signed with the Patriots, Dalvin Cook signed with the Jets. The Jets. What Vince say about the Eagles back in the day? Dream team.
Yeah, that was a significant signing right there.
Yeah, man. That was significant. And week 2, Sunday, September 17th, the New York Jets come to Cowboy Stadium. Should be fun, bro. Should be
We
fun.
played the Jets in a long time too.
Yeah, but
That's a team you just don't see on the schedule a lot.
I feel like we don't play well against them for whatever reason, man.
Yeah, I
It's
mean, I
really
think the last time, they got in our butt last time we played the Jets, and it was like their first win of the season, wasn't it?
It was bad. It was because their quarterback. I think it was like his first game back.
Yeah,
He had mono or something. And
yeah.
yeah, it
That was
was
a hard week for Cowboy fans there.
yeah. It
I
was
think
really,
after that game, we went on a streak though, a win streak after that game, if I'm not mistaken.
might have, but
yeah, we got drugged. The Jets drug us. They good.
Yeah, man.
So maybe we got a little revenge coming.
Hey, man, I was listening to the fan earlier today, and they asked this question. I'm gonna ask you. We both know who we want to go and win the Super Bowl. We want the Cowboys to win the Super Bowl this year. But my question for you and anybody that's watching right now: if your favorite team doesn't win the Super Bowl, what other team would you prefer to win? Real question. Other teams that actually got a chance to even make the playoffs.
Bro, football is different to me than any other sport. Like, I feel a certain kind of way for cheering for any other team other than the Cowboys, bro. Football hits different. Like basketball, I could cheer for another team outside of the Mavericks. Baseball, I can cheer for another team outside of the Rangers. Football is hard to cheer for another team outside the Cowboys. I don't know if it's because it's the Cowboys. I don't know if there's something in me that won't allow me to do it, but it's just hard, man. I can't. And when you ask a question like that, it's not another team that I will feel like, okay, cool, they won a championship. No, it's no other team.
How about this? You wouldn't feel so bad if they won it. Like, okay, well, because I'll tell you this: who I don't want to win it, I don't want the Eagles, the Giants, or Washington.
49ers.
I don't want the 49ers. I don't want the Steelers. I don't want the Patriots. I absolutely don't want any of those teams. Or my bad, or the Houston Texans.
Okay, maybe the
New Orleans Saints.
The Tennessee Titans.
The Titans. Okay.
And the reason I say the Titans is because they used to be the Oilers. So I'm looking at a tie with them. For when Kansas City won their first one, I had no problem with Kansas City winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But now, it's that old saying, hey man, they the big bad boys on the block. So I want to see somebody whoop they're not the underdog anymore. So the underdog, they don't get the underdog head nod anymore. So I can't say them. Like I say, maybe the Tennessee Titans, bro. That's about it.
I would say either the Browns, because they the Browns, bro. They ain't done it since Brown was a running back. I would say either the Browns or like the Dolphins, like somebody that ain't ever done it. And I'm okay with if they win it as long as they don't beat us to do it.
See, the Dolphins can always hang their hat on. We're the only team that went undefeated. They can hang their hat on that. 72 Dolphins went undefeated. And so it's like they have championship recognition with that.
Yeah.
Tennessee, Cleveland Browns, Bengals, the Jets. Now the Jets got camped. Yeah, they got it.
Oh yeah, the guarantee.
Yeah, but those other teams like Tennessee and they have no legacy, championship legacy. Period. Nothing ties them to a championship. So
Detroit Lions.
Exactly. Detroit. Even though I wouldn't want to see Detroit win a Super Bowl because Detroit's one of them teams that's just like I'm just used to them being bad. So they're just the world would be a different place if Detroit is no longer a bad team.
Say, man, you know what? I'm with you on that. I feel like if Detroit wins it, they'll be like Saints fans. All of a sudden, they guys give the football and they the best team that's ever laced them up. That's what happened when the Saints won. Bro, everybody was pulling for the Saints. Everybody's pulling for the Saints, bro. And they won it, and they fans, you still can't tell them nothing, bro.
And the Eagles too. You know, we can always say, man, the Eagles, y'all the only team in the NFC East that never won a Super Bowl. Don't you feel bad about yourself? Man, it seems like that they just, oh man, we the best team in the NFC East ever had. You know, just because they got that one Super Bowl.
Yep.
Yeah, and that was such a fluky Super Bowl. If there was ever a fluky Super Bowl, that one right there has to be number one.
Why you say it's fluky, bro?
They lost their starting quarterback, for one thing. The backup quarterback went all the way to the Super Bowl. That was the year that that Colin Kaepernick was taking a knee, and all the teams were divided. And if you remember, Philadelphia owner came out and say, "I'm going to stick with my team no matter what. Whatever they decide they're going to do, that's what I'm going to do." And he was the only owner that came out with that stance. Even Jerry Jones came out with the stance was, "Nah, my team going to toe the line." but he was the only owner that said, "I'm going to stand with my team." And I think that was their rally cry. They rallied behind that, and they went on to win a championship while everybody else was kind of divided. They united under that same banner and won. So that's why I say, man, that was such a fluky championship, bro. It's real fluky.
Hey, man, you made good points, bro. You made damn good points, man. You heard it from Jay Hits, Bird Turd fans, Eagle fans.
Hey,
I got something y'all want to say about it.
Hey, I just report the news. I don't make it. I just report it.
Hey, his Twitter handle is at Jay Hits 1977. You got something you want to say to him about it?
I welcome all smoke. I do not dodge it. I don't dodge it at all. Check the resume. I don't dodge it.
Hey man, hey, I'm with you, dog. I'm with you, and I think he agrees with you too. You know, he gets it. Well, hey man, I can't let this this show go without mentioning our favorite baseball team, the Texas Rangers, bro. Texas Rangers been hot.
Balling.
They've been hot. They've increased their lead now to 3.5 games over the Astros, and they won 8 out of their last 10 games and won 5 straight series. They're doing their thing, man, and it's a lot of fun to watch. Scherzer, I think his ERA in the 3 games he's played in Texas is like between 1 and 2. He gave up runs the first inning of his first game, and he's been shut down since. And our other pitchers are balling too. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, bro. If you ain't been out to the stadium, go check this team out.
Maddox is the truth when it comes to the pitching staff. Like this dude, wherever he goes, he has a great pitching staff. This season reminds me of that first year that the Rangers when they had Cliff Lee. They got Cliff Lee, and they went to the World Series pretty much on his arm alone. Scherzer wasn't having a good year with the Mets. You know, he came here and he kind of like got a new breath of fresh air, and I think he's good in the clubhouse with the younger pitchers, and I think it's one of those things that's gonna. His arm could take us to the World Series, put it like that.
Yeah.
Especially if he gets back to that old Cy Young form. And like I say, sometimes just having a different place, a different atmosphere can with the talent he has can cause him to raise his game to that level. So yeah, all right. Hey man. All I gotta say about the Rangers right now, bro.
The ceiling is the roof.
That's it, though. That's it.
I say this about Scherzer as well, man. First off, any day he pitches is Scherzer's day, and this dude got edge. I like when dudes come in on the team, especially after a trade deadline, and they bring edge to a team that maybe didn't have much. Like, you watch this dude on the mound, like, he be pissed off. He walking around the mound and getting himself fired up. You can't talk to him on his game days. Like, he's like, hey, don't say nothing to me. He locked in. And what was he? He was struggling with his curve with the Mets. He got here. The curve is curving, and he's doing his thing, bro. It's a lot of fun. Corey Seager is ridiculous. When he's healthy, he might be one of the best baseball players on the planet. He's that good. This lineup, bro. People get hurt, and they keep on like these guys. It's a straight up next man up mentality. These dudes, somebody gets hurt, somebody else steps up. Journeyman steps up. Rookie that's been in the minor leagues this whole time steps up. It's you shouted out Greg Maddux. I'm gonna shout out Bruce Bochy. Like he has his finger on the pulse of this team, and I agree with Michael Jordan, bro. This is a lot of fun to watch.
The ceiling is the roof.
Yeah, ceiling's the roof, bro. Can we hold on these last 40 and 50, 45 games? Can we hold on? Can we finish with the best record? Can we get a first round bye? Like, that's the type of stuff we talking right now. When a lot of people didn't think this team would win 80 games.
This team is the fastest to 70 in history, right?
Yeah. In the history of the team, yes.
Yeah, the history of Rangers, yeah.
Yeah, they're doing their thing, man. And I know it's a tough ask to be like, hey, look, can we keep winning every series? That's a lot to ask, but hey, can we? Just went out.
Yeah. And get hot in October, man. Get hot in around September, October. That's when you want to get hot. So that's what it's all about, baseball, too, getting hot at the right time. Really, that's with all sports, to tell you the truth, but especially in baseball, it seems like that carries a lot of weight. The hottest team usually wins the World Series. So,
well, hey, man, well, you got anything else sports related you want to talk about?
No. You know, of course, we had the Basketball Hall of Fame.
We did have the Basketball Hall of Fame. Before you say anything else about that, you want to talk about the Mavericks Hall of Fame, or you want to talk about somebody else?
We'll start with the Mavs, man. This is the hit zone. We got to go with the Mavs first.
For sure. Let's talk about our own the GOAT for the Mavericks. That's Dirk. Dirk's were you able to check out his Hall of Fame speech?
Yeah, I checked them all out.
Yeah, man. We said it last week, man. This dude, he was incredible. His speech, it seemed like he did a lot of talking about other people besides himself, and that's just him, man. He just seems like all around great dude, bro. You got anything you want to say about Dirk?
Man, Dirk, the speech was he's a comic. It was funny, dog. Like, I don't know where he learned his sense of humor from, especially his English sense of humor.
Right.
Because he was he had Jason Kidd and Steve Nash present him into the hall, and one of his lines was, if they would have put us together in our prime, maybe we'd have won more than one championship. Say something like that. It was pretty much because they all the franchise got rid of both of those guys, so they brought Kidd back, so it was kind of fun. And when he was talking to his parents, he was like, when he spoke to him in German, man, that was a pretty touching moment, man. And yeah, Dirk, man, he's a comedian, man. He's funny, man, and I enjoyed his speech. I enjoyed all those speeches. Tony Parker too, man. Tony Parker, his speech was funny. It was hilarious, man. I thought those guys did a great job.
Yeah, Tony talking about saying Tim Duncan didn't like him.
Yeah,
because he was French. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, bro, that's messed up.
He didn't like French people.
Yeah, that was hilarious, bro.
And Pop, man, Pop. Speaking of funny, that dude had some of the driest sense of humor. Like, It's so dry. But I think he's a good guy, man. Everybody loves him.
Everybody loves Pop.
But I think Pop don't allow you into him, into what he is or what he's about, unless he knows you. If he doesn't know you, he's gonna put up that wall. And I think that's his thing. But yeah, that was pretty cool.
No doubt, no doubt. Now, I want to kind of close our show, and where we kind of talk about the other side of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, let me let that beat drop. Yeah. The other side of the game, bro. And there's a guy that also went to the Hall of Fame. We don't really like, bro, too much around here. But he had a moment. He had a moment that I think we'd like to share with y'all if you missed it.
I started this off thanking you, and I want to end it the same way. I owe you a debt of gratitude that I'll never be able to repay. When I would cry and say I can't, you made me go harder. You pushed me to limits that I didn't know were inside of me. The hard work I put in was because I didn't want to let you down. Those countless hours in the backyard, when we would compete against each other like strangers, it built me to last. Those days that turned into late nights of me working on my left hand so it was just as good as my right, it made me an unstoppable force. That time you got kicked out of the game as my coach and snuck back in the side door and coached me from the stands just to get kicked out again, it showed me that there was no limitations on how you would show up for me. It's the exact same way I try to show up for my kids. So even though I hated being called Little Dwayne, I admired you as a kid. I admire you now. We had the same exact dream, and we carry the same exact name, Dwayne Tyrone Wade. To know we hustled all the way to the Basketball Hall of Fame is God's will. So Pops, I know your knees are a little sore, but will you join me on stage as we take our rightful step into basketball heaven? This one right here, this one is for my father. I love you, and I'm thankful for you.
I love you too, man.
We in the Hall of Fame, dog.
Yo, man, anybody just man, come on, man. Come on.
It almost made me like him a little bit, bro.
Oh,
and I hated it.
Yes.
But man, yeah, shout out to Dwayne Wade, man. Like, you never hear them give their props like that. A lot of times, especially when your dad's your coach or he's your main pusher, it divides you. It brings you apart. You know, when you look at certain guys like Roy Jones Jr., Floyd Mayweather, those type of guys, they lost the relationship with their father. It suffered because he was such a
so demanding.
And yeah, exactly. And for Dwayne Wade to appreciate that in his father, man, you know, he, like you were saying, that he used to make him play up against grown men when he was like 10 years old and things of that sort, man. So shout out to him. And he came up in the inner city of Chicago, man. And, you know, the one thing we always hear about the inner city of Chicago is single parent upbringing and single mothers raising sons. That's part of the problem with the violence and things of that sort. So when you see a guy like Dwayne Wade actually having his father stand and giving him his flowers at that moment on that stage, really is a good thing as far as to break the stereotype that black fathers are not involved in their sons or their children, period, upbringing. And yeah, man, I thought it was a very cool moment. Just one other thing, observation. Only Dwayne Wade is going to change his suit from red to white in the middle of the Hall of Fame ceremony. I don't know if you caught that or not, but the dude had a red suit on at the beginning, and then when he went into the Hall of Fame, it turned into white. So only Dwayne Wade would do something like that. But man, yeah, it was a good moment, man. I really enjoyed the speeches. I love hearing it, bro.
Yeah, man, same. I got on my soapbox a little bit last week, talking about dads. So to immediately see that, just a few days later, I can't lie, man. If somebody was cutting onions in my kitchen, man, I was like, dang.
Some got in your eye.
Yeah, man, I was like, dang, man, that's some real stuff right there, man. So, hey, shout out to D Wade for shouting out his dad, showing his dad that type of love. Like you said, we hear about the moms all the time. The cameras on the sideline. Hi, mom. It's nice seeing dad get that type of love, man, and need to see more of it because we are out here, we are doing our thing, and that was a special moment. Hope, and again, I hope we see more like that, man.
Yeah, even Tony Parker, the first time he really got choked up in his speech when he mentioned his dad. So, yeah, those dudes they gave shout outs to it. Then his dad, even though he's from France, his dad is from Chicago. make that make sense, but okay.
Can't.
Yeah. So yeah,
good times, man. Good show, good production, man. On all of that, man.
Yeah, that's one thing I like about the Hall of Fame in all sports, man, because it's the only time you really get to see what make the player the player. What was his drive? When these guys are this great, when you're a Hall of Famer, it has to be something to push you to make it to that point. Because all of us, can be good, but it's only a few that can be great. And I always like to hear what was it that made them great. What was the thing that drove them to greatness? And like say a lot of it's real interesting to hear those stories, man, when those guys get up there and really express themselves and pour out their hearts to the people and show a side that no one ever really got to see as when they was playing their sport. So yeah, I love watching Hall of Fame speeches, man. It's very good.
Yeah, that's what's up. I know we on the other side of the game and we getting ready to close, but when you mention other Hall of Fames, did you see what DeMarcus Ware Hall of Fame little locker looks like?
His locker?
Yeah, they got like a little case that has all his memorabilia in the Hall of Fame, in the Football Hall of Fame.
Mm-mm.
The Denver Broncos jersey, bro. Denver Broncos helmet, Troy State helmet. Not a lot of Cowboy love, bro. Don't know what's up with that.
I think now they don't have to establish if you're going in with the team you're going in as. I think back in the day they had to establish that.
Yeah, so why then is there no Cowboy memorabilia?
It's weird. And Jared Jones was your presenter.
Very weird, bro. Very weird. Hey, DeMarcus, we'd love to have you on the show to talk about that.
I know. Come talk to us about that, bro.
Yeah, holla at us, man. That's weird, bro.
Yeah, hit up the Twitter, man. jheads at 77.com.
Hey, man, that's all I got for this evening, man. What else you got, bro?
That's it, man. We appreciate all of y'all that tuned in to the show every week, man. Go ahead and hit that like, share, subscribe button. Make sure you tell a friend about the show, man. We come to you live every Wednesday night. We're going to discuss Cowboys, Mavericks, and Texas Longhorns sports and other things that might affect the DFW area, whether it's sports or whatever that's related. If it's news, we're going to report it. And that's it, man. You got anything, see Rob, closing out?
Hey, man, again, just appreciate y'all, y'all interacting. We definitely appreciate it. Helping us grow the show. We definitely appreciate that. Need a little bit more boost, a little bit more help to get us to a number we've really been trying to get to. So like he said, tell a friend to tell a friend. And hey, dads, hey, tell your kids you love them tonight.
No doubt about it, man. And with that being said, I am your boy, Jay Hits.
I'm C-Rob.
Remember, black love is black power. We out.
Peace.
Thank you for watching today's episode. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell. We'll see you next time on the Hit Zone.